Hello, this is Amanda Lannie. I am an assistant clinical professor in the Applied Behavior Analysis and Special Education programs in the School of Education at Drexel University. In our current time, we are met with various challenges while we are all at home, and in particular, many things may feel like they are out of our control. And to help gain predictability in our days, instituting routines can be a source of comfort and helpful to all members of our family. So I want to take a few minutes to discuss creating a daily schedule. Daily schedules are a critical part of classrooms and schools, whether it be the schedule for the entire day in an elementary classroom, to a schedule for one or more academic periods in a middle or high school classroom, and to mini schedules for students with disabilities. And now that many children are at home with parents and caregivers throughout the day, our routine has changed so much, and so has our daily schedule. But much like teachers use schedules in a classroom, a schedule can help provide that same level of predictability at home. It also gives a sense of structure during the day in terms of manageable blocks of time. And with those blocks of time come expectations that are clear and relate to the activities that occur during the day. So here you'll see there are 3 steps for creating a daily schedule. And when I say a schedule, I don't mean something that's rigid and inflexible. Instead, I refer to an overall structure that fits the context. And in this case, I'm talking about establishing a schedule for home. So one that fits the activities, the times, the needs of your children, and the parents and caregiver schedule. So I'm going to discuss 3 steps to creating a daily schedule. The first one being creating a list of activities. The second, estimating the length of time for the activities or block of time. And third, plugging the activities into the schedule. The first step, as I said, is to create this list of activities. So to identify a list of activities, you want to think about some broad categories of activities. The activities can fall into categories like those that are shown on the screen, like academic, preferred, household, and leisure. And then within those activities, you want to, within those categories, you want to list the activities that fit for your children. So they're academic subjects like reading or math, or content areas like social studies or history or science. Preferred activities or things that they really like to do. Those are the activities that they would choose to do most days, all day. Some household activities that might apply to your own household. And then finally, things that they like to do like hobbies or leisure activities. So coloring, Legos, reading, doing arts and crafts, just going outside, whatever that might be. The second step then is to estimate a length of time for each activity, or even just blocks of time throughout the day. As you estimate, think about the age and grade level of your child. So younger children might benefit from shorter blocks of time, like 30 minutes, where 60 or more minutes might be better for older children. In terms of a start time, think about what your days look like. So when do your children wake up, particularly now that they don't have to report to school at a certain time, or they don't have to catch a school bus? And for older children, think about what time do you think is reasonable for them to wake up, and start your schedule for that time. Just be sure to include breaks throughout the day. Your third and final step is now to sketch out your day. So in a simple table like that's shown here, it doesn't have to be fancy. It can be certainly handwritten. You could type it up. You could draw it on a board. Whatever that might be, just include the time or block of time during the day and plug in the activities. And when you're doing that, it's important to think about interspersing the activities. And by that, I mean to include a variety of activities that alternate or rotate or change during the day, so that not all the really hard or challenging activities are stacked together. We as adults often will rotate our activities or change them based on their difficulty. So it's the same thing here. One idea to think about is to sit down with your child and plug in the activities together. So here's a sample schedule that shows part of a day for perhaps a younger child. And finally, be sure to keep it manageable for your family. If things aren't working, don't hesitate to revisit the schedule, take a look at it again, make changes to it that work better for you and your family. And so to wrap up, here are 3 simple steps to set up a daily schedule. And we all know these are really difficult times, and adding a little more predictability to our life can really go a long way. So thanks and be well.